Forsyth Technical Community College, in conjunction with the National Center for the Biotechnology Workforce, presents the Center of Expertise for Research and Development Training. In 2002, globalization of manufacturing forced the Piedmont Triad region of North Carolina to reinvent its economy. Gwen Riddick, the region director of the North Carolina Biotechnology Center, provides some perspective on the challenges.
The globalization of manufacturing caused tremendous job loss in North Carolina's Piedmont region. Our regional leaders determined that a path to recovery was to develop our asset in life sciences and biotechnology. So the challenge was to retrain a workforce that was experienced in tobacco, textiles, and furniture into laboratory workers doing world-class R&D. So our regional leaders turned to Forsyth Tech to provide this workforce.
Excellent examples of employer workforce development needs are found in the laboratories at Wake Forest University's Institute for Regenerative Medicine. Dr. Tony Atala and his team of scientists are growing tissue and organs in a laboratory.
We need laboratory technicians in a number of areas. Our team works with Dr. Lucas Shalua to identify the specific training needs. Since our work involves a relatively new field of regenerative medicine, our needs are complex and unique. Forsyth Tech has done an excellent job in understanding and responding to our needs.
The mission is clear. The curriculum must respond to the specific needs of the employers across the region. Dr. Lucas Shalua, chairman of the Biotechnology Department at Forsyth Tech, explains the process.
Basically, our program is demand-driven, and we look at the needs around before we determine what we need to emphasize in our program. We are training students in research and development, and this is the basic need around the area because there are lots of startup biotechnology companies and they need technicians in research and development. Most of our graduates get jobs in the School of Medicine, pharmaceutical companies like Tagacept, and tissue engineering companies like Tengion.
Dr. Shalua recruited a strong faculty team. 3 of the 4 instructors have PhDs, and the 4th has a double master's degree. They all have either entrepreneurial or corporate experience. There are 3 keys to having a successful demand-driven biotechnology program. The first and most important step is the employer needs assessment. Step 2, construct a targeted biotechnology curriculum that provides a real-world experience for the student. The last step is to construct internship programs with meaningful real-world experience for the student. Alan Beard shares the importance of doing proper needs assessment among potential employers.
We interviewed the employers in the region and established an advisory board in order to ensure that our curriculum was properly designed. This enabled the instructors to tailor course content to emphasize the areas that are critically important to prospective employers.
We have asked Dr. Lucien Bueno to talk about the importance of creating a high-quality classroom and lab experience.
It is critically important for students to be familiar with state-of-the-art laboratory equipment and procedures. This KR22 Joint centrifuge is a good example of our equipment. We strive to provide a laboratory experience that is comparable to our industry partners. This makes the students' transition to an industry environment a comfortable event for both the student and employer.
Dr. Aju Lekwowa is focused on developing a powerful internship program.
For the transition to the industry or medical research laboratory to be comfortable for our students, it requires a knowledge of what the work experience will be like. We've worked closely with our industry partners to develop an internship program that approximates real work assignment as closely as possible. This 160 hours internship experience gives our students the confidence about their transition to the real world. It also frequently results in a job offer for our students.
The biotech curriculum is a 2-year program at Forsyth Tech. The first year consists of general classes that provide necessary background. Second-year students are taught basic lab techniques that are useful in any type of laboratory. In microbiology, students learn cell isolation, identification, and cultivation techniques, as well as the use and care of microscopes. In genetics, students are taught classical and molecular genetic theory and techniques. They also learn to use a PCR machine to amplify DNA, which is used in forensic criminal investigations and paternity testing. They see how genetics is useful in disease diagnosis and research. The immunology course exposes the students to mechanisms behind the human immune system and specialized laboratory skills such as protein separation and ELISA. The bioprocessing class teaches standard operating processes, good manufacturing practices, and proper documentation creation. The students also learn about bioreactors, fermentation, and product development. In cell culture, students learn sterile plant and animal tissue procurement procedures, cell growth, and population counts. A unique aspect of the Forsyth Tech program is teaching the proper and humane handling of animals, according to federal guidelines. This training prepares the students to work effectively in area research or biotech labs that use animals. And whenever the students are in the laboratory, proper safety procedures are stressed. Graduates are qualified for research, clinical, or bioprocess manufacturing positions at the assistant, associate, or technician level. During the last 4 years, the Forsyth Tech Biotechnology program has graduated 68 students. Both students and employers have encouraging reports. Graduates are also able to transfer their credits from the biotechnology program at Forsyth Tech directly to East Carolina University, North Carolina Central University, Winston-Salem State University, and UNC Greensboro, and enter as a junior majoring in biology. Jim Crawford was downsized 4 times from textile and furniture-related companies due to globalization of manufacturing.
After the last layoff, I focused on what I wanted to do with my remaining career. I decided I wanted to work in biotechnology. Forsyth Tech offered the best way to pursue that dream. Their 2-year degree program updated my bachelor's degree, and when I finished my internship at Wake Forest University Institute for Regenerative Medicine, they offered me full-time employment. I've had fast advancement, and I owe it all to the preparation that I got at Forsyth Tech.
Tenjian is a leader in the field of regenerative medicine and a major employer for Forsyth Tech Biotech graduates at their R&D facility in Winston-Salem. Tim Bertram, Senior Vice President of Science and Technology for Tenjian, talks about their experience with Forsyth Tech graduates.
We have worked very closely with the Forsyth Biotechnology program to ensure that there is alignment between the training that's offered to the students in the program and the needs of Tenjian. This has been very successful for Tenjian and has allowed us to meet our company objectives. The students that we obtain from this program are mature and committed. They apply their skill base to a broad set of challenging questions within regenerative medicine. Once those solutions have been identified, they implement them quickly in order to make sure that Tenjian can produce the product to meet unmet medical needs.